Hey everyone, welcome back to Hills and Haulers Homesteading and Prepping. Homesteader Mike here, and it's been a busy last couple days here. So this evening I finally got this finished up. See all this behind me? So I got that hill cut. I usually leave the grass a little longer on it, clear back out here. Every year as I cut, I try to take a little bit more, a little bit more, and a little bit more to regain that. There's a heck of a lot of brush and stuff up through here, heavy undergrowth. This was when I first, when we first come up here to clear for the house, there was a green wall. Sorry, it's still windy today. There was a green wall clear down to right here, right out through here, right near Jethro's butt, right there. And I mean, it was just as thick as you could possibly think. The deer didn't even get in it because it was so thick. And I cleared that out initially with the dozer, and a lot of that. And then, of course, you don't want to take too much off of a hillside, but. So I keep this mowed now, and I let it grow up through the first part of the summer at least, because it gives, there's a lot of clover on here and the bees love it. So I leave this portion just cut a little bit. You can see the difference between the green grass and then where it browns up a little bit. Knuckleheads. So I keep this cut down here, but I let this grow up just to keep the flowers and stuff and the clover on it for the bees. And it works out really good, but it needed cut. So warm last couple days, I went ahead and got it cut, clear out there behind the building, out to the wood line out there, and then all the way around. So last night we got a couple of the raised beds filled up, topped off. We got peas planted, we got strawberries planted, got them under some straw mulch. I got the log splitter up here by the house because I got to rebuild the hydraulic cylinder on it, fix the tire. I got all the pallets that was out there on by the patio where the firewood was stacked, and all the pallets over here out where I'm going to take and move all those fence posts that I have stacked up out here. I'm going to take them out to there because this is where the berry bed's going. So there's a lot to do, and time is short, and the weather's just not cooperative right now. I mean, it's really windy. March is definitely going out like a lion. It's not bad. It's definitely cooled off here enough today, but just work to keep us busy and keep us our heads above water, at least this year. That's our big goal, is to keep our heads above water and not get too far into it to where we start running behind on stuff. And one project at a time. Now, the chicken tractor is done. The hoop coop tractor, it is done. All I have to do is build the nesting boxes for it, which is just basically cutting a couple buckets and 5-gallon buckets, screwing them to a board and fastening that board to the side of it. And then I got the tarp, and then I got to get it moved up here. And the thing about it is that thing's heavy. There's no way I'm taking it by hand up to there. I'm just not going to do it. So I went over last night to Tractor Supply, and I got a chain and a couple hooks, and I'll hook it to the tractor and take it up there and set it. Now, that thing being significantly heavier than the current chicken tractors that we use for the meat chickens, the Suscovich style tractors, this is going to be, I'll use it for now. And I'm scheming a plan in my head here. It's pretty scary with everything else that goes in there. But I'm going to go with a Schedule 40 PVC plan to build a chicken tractor out of that. That way it's sturdy, definitely going to be sturdy enough. It's got a little bit of weight to it. It'll definitely outlast us, but it'll be easier to move around. I mean, let's face it, folks, I'm 50 years old, and I've not been kind to my body nearly all those 50 years, especially the last 30 years in healthcare. So a little bit of cleanup around here. I needed to get that stuff out of there. I got to rake up all the bark and the tree, or the wood stuff from where we had the firewood stacked up, get that raked up, get it in a burn pit, get it burned. So there's just a lot to do and enough to keep us busy. Now, it was in the 70s today, off and on rain, 20-30 mile an hour winds pretty much all day. And then tomorrow's supposed to be cold, very cold, so cold and rainy. So we'll not get much done tomorrow. But that's the whole idea of this, is to kind of stay ahead of things, or at least kind of keep our heads above water. Yes, say hi to everybody. You do every time I get on the phone here. So keep your heads above water. Again, don't do like we did and start multiple projects and not finish them. Try to finish each project as you get it, as you start it, and that way you're not falling behind, and prioritize your projects. I want to tell you guys, so this channel has grown a lot in the last few days. I went from 127 to up to over 150 at the last check this morning sometime. We have 2 videos now, the dry canning rice and beans, and the sealing and preserving like we did in the potato flakes. How we did that for storing those. They are over 1.5 thousand views each. So that tells us the mindset that people are getting into. And I mean, these videos, you got to understand, I said there's not a lot of people, not a lot of views on my videos. Like I think the highest view rate I had on one video was like 123 views, and it has just taken off here recently. And to see that the dry canning, the dry storing, you better run, noisy thing, of long-term shelf-stable foods, seeing that interest and seeing those videos pick up in viewership and stuff and interaction, that's amazing. And I love that because people are opening their eyes. People are realizing things are going to get tough. Now, I'm not going to harp on what my thoughts are or my view of the world or anything like that. I'm going to tell you, as it stands, I don't think we're looking at World War III. I don't think we're looking at anything. I'm not going to say anything major. I think we are going to face some hard times because of the economy and because coming out of the COVID pandemic and everything that it's caused or been planned and everything like that with this whole thing. But I'm going to tell you that people, I think on the other side of this, we're going to come out with a lot more homesteaders, a lot more preppers, a lot more people who are going to strive for that self-sufficiency and that self-reliance. And that is how we starve the system, folks. That is how we work together to starve the system. Here's this pile of mess I need to get out of here. So these are treated posts. I got some locust posts there, some T-posts, and some old barn tin here. So all of this gets moved way out there on your side of that knoll back in there and gets stacked up on pallets. This is where the berry bed is going to go, right through here, because there's my orchard. So the berry bed's going to be real big right through here. It's going to encompass this whole area, and I got drain pipe right and stuff right there. Then I got my compost piles. So there's a lot to do. There's still fence to build. There's still brush to clear. There's still fence to build. I mean, there's a ton of stuff to do, folks. And believe me when I tell you, the water's right here. So I'm keeping the old shiny bald head up. But all that, with everything else going on, you know, I'm so glad to see viewership up, because that means people are opening their eyes and they're seeing what we've seen coming for a long time. And, you know, even if the food shortages are minimal, the food prices are going to go crazy. They're going to go crazy. The second order of wheat berries did come yesterday, 25 pounds. They did not come in a 5-gallon bucket like they were advertised. They come sealed up in a plastic bag in a box. So we will have to get that taken care of. And the other wheat berries that we previously sealed up, I have to pull all those out of the food grade bucket and reseal all those, because I'll have to heat seal those and not just rely on the Ziploc seal on it. So we'll get that done. It's getting a little cold out here now, and I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, so I'm done rambling. It's been a busy couple days. It's only going to get busier. Tomorrow's a different day though, because of the weather and everything. So folks, let's work together. Let's spread the message, get people more interested, get people more engaged in this kind of lifestyle. Let's get people to work together to starve the system. Let's fix what we know we can fix from a grassroots level by working together. In the meantime, take care, God bless, and keep prepping.